Thank you so much, Tammy. Let's get to our friend Mike Eppel. What's he doing? He's checking his mic.
I'm
You're
just
good.
making sure my microphone's on.
You are all good.
Because if I start talking and my microphone's not on, it's pretty much useless.
Never. You have a very lovely face that we can just stare at and make out the words.
I'm loud, but I'm not that loud.
All right, Mike, let's
Good
talk
morning.
our Canadian dollar. Good morning
Yeah.
to you. A lot of people heading to the U.S. with some bad news when it comes to our buck.
I wish I could be the bearer of good news for a change, but unfortunately, not this week. And the Canadian dollar has been kind of front and center as well, because it's been dropping along with world markets, and the loonie exchange rate is north of $1.35 to buy $1 US as of this morning. You flip it around, it's below 74 cents US, and that is the lowest level we've seen the Canadian dollar in about a year and a half's time. This is all about interest rate projections, worries about the economy going into 2019, and it's this weird event that happens when the markets sell off, when we're talking about stocks and commodities. Investors buy the US dollar because it's easy to trade, it's liquid, so to speak, and that's the so-called safe haven. So when the U.S. dollar goes up, obviously our Canadian dollar heads the other direction. And this week, investors have been bailing on stocks. The Dow Jones, for example, is down 5% since the start of the week. It's fell another 460 points yesterday. The TSX is at a two-year low. Lots of worries out there all of a sudden about this slowing pace for the global economy, even though the economic signals have not shown any of this as of yet. But the worry is that the U.S. Central Bank has raised interest rates too far, and it's going to dampen things off. You've got U.S.-China trade relations not great. So all of these worries going into 2019. And now we've also got the threat of a U.S. government shutdown, for what that's worth, heading into the holidays. So about 1 million Americans on U.S. government payrolls might not be paid in the very near future if they can't seem to have some sort of a short-term spending bill. They haven't had an actual budget in the U.S. government for years. They just do these stopgap measures. So this is all that's going on right now. We will leave you with a little bit of positivity, and that's in the form of the earnings at Nike, as the athletic shoe and clothing company reported very strong earnings. And it was interesting what the chief financial officer of the company said in the earnings call, saying that they have not seen any impact on their earnings from the U.S.-China trade issues. The Colin Kaepernick ads have helped, and the stock is up by about 8% in early trading action. So, Roger, it'll be interesting to see if, in fact, we see people shopping for Nike and all sorts of other things, because this is the busiest shopping day of the year.
It is indeed. And 2 o'clock this afternoon will be the busiest time,
That's it.
right?
That's exactly correct. Exactly at 2 o'clock. Book it.
No, or unbook it.
It's counterintuitive, because we know it's supposed to be that, so aren't people going to go, no, I'm not going to go then?
No,
I'll
they'll still go. You know what it'll be? It'll be all men. Busiest time of the year?
No, that's Monday.
They'll do the reverse psychology.
That's Monday, 4 o'clock.
All right, Mike. Thank you very much, sir.
See ya.
Have a great one.
You too.